is a production of the Must See TV Broadcast Network, like ShareJoin, and follow us for all the latest updates. Like what you see, then throw those stars and show your support. And don't be shy, subscribe to the caveman. He won't bite, and if you're watching us right now on YouTube, then you already know what to do. Smash that like and subscribe button. Even one view can prevent one puppy from being shaven. A big fist pump goes to Donna, AI, and Music Mint for the incredible music that is in this episode. All rights belong to Christopher Michael Egarhos, a.k.a. the caveman. So if he's ready, and if you're ready, then let's kick this show off. Growl, growl.
Lights up on the screen, it's time to see 5 days a week, we're where you wanna be. Exclusive shows and reels, we got the vibe. Tune into the network, hop on Facebook Live. Riding with the stars in our unique groove. Laughter twists and turns within every move. Must see TV's the place to catch it all. Epic moments, big and small, give us a call. Oh, you know it's must see TV, come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must see TV, the place where worlds meet. Jump right in, the fun's about to start. Bringing shows and stories straight to your heart. With every post and every share, we're free. Gotta get that fix of must-see TV. Round and round, don't let this moment fade. Together on this ride, the best we've ever made. Get the popcorn ready, it's your time to shine. Must-see TV will keep you feeling fine. Oh, you know it's must-see TV, come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must-see TV, the place where worlds meet. Oh, you know it's must-see TV, come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must-see TV, the place where worlds meet. In the glow of the flames, shadows dance and sway. The caveman leans close, inviting you to stay. With a voice like thunder, he begins his lore. Tales of ancient battles and treasures from the yore. Underneath the stars, we journey through time. Gather around the fire, let your mind take flight. With the caveman stories, we embrace the night. From the flames to the stars, we wander around. In the warmth of his tales, we discover our home.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sparkles is here. Say hello, Sparkles.
Hey, everybody.
She is not only our production assistant today, but we have a treat.
At the end.
Yeah, it's I didn't prepare for this. I just said, okay, do it. Okay, I know you can. Okay, bye. I love you.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. So she's gonna get ready for that. All right. So, we're going Sparkles. You're not going
What?
anywhere because we're gonna do the force handing wavy thing, right? So, for those of you that haven't caught up, because this is season finale, and you should be already caught up by now. So, we're gonna do the force handing wavy thingy, and it's your job to get caught up. Now, if you can't find it, don't worry. You go if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, it's going to be there. So, without further ado, force handing wavy thingy, activate. Okay, we wait. You know, I always do this, right? And it's always like me hailing a cab, right? It's not like because I seen him on Star Wars, right? Obi-Wan goes like this, but I'm going like this, like I'm waving bye to everybody, right? But it's more like anyway. All right. Force handing wavy thingy. Activate again. Yeah, see, that's not how he does it. Okay. Anyway, we pick up in the morning. Okay, and we go inside Ash's suite. All right, and there's clothes on either side. We have Misty's clothes, and we have Ash's clothes. Okay? And we can see them in bed together. It's bright early. It's probably around 6:37 in the morning. And hold on. See, I knew it. I knew I had something in my sock. Hold on. There we go. We got it out. There we go. You know that. Anyway, okay. So they're in bed. We see the blankets. We see Misty close to Ash. And he's like, you know, I never knew you felt like that. She rolls her eyes. Exactly. Blockhead. And she goes, well, now you know, blockhead. And I felt like, you know, all this time, and I had to kiss you for you to realize that. So, but now you do, right? She goes, sweet. Now you do. And you know, he's looking out at the sunrise, right? And she says, now what? And he's just really stoic, and he looks out, you know, from the night and what happened. You know, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in, Sparkles. It really is. That's what she said. All right, so he says, I don't know. Right, and obviously she's talking about, you know, the Indigo Plateau and stuff like that. And after he finishes, we hear a bird chirping, and we hear some two very large Pokemon have landed outside the trainer condominium. So we cut to them running outside, right? And he runs, he stops, and then he sees, right? He sees Charizard, and he sees Pidgeot, you know, and he goes, is that really you? He's puzzled. Like he's Ash Ketchum. He's puzzled. And, you know, we could see the emotion on Pidgeot's eyes, and she brings him in with her wing, and she coos at him, and he goes, I'm okay. And tears fall down Pidgeot's cheek. And Pidgeot starts but in Pokemon. But again, this is his Pokemon, so he roughly understands. He goes, I'm glad you're here. I missed you. And Charizard roar. You know, not roar, like a caveman, like roar. And he looks and says, "You've grown. And yes, you're stronger, I guess, right?" And he just brings him in for a hug. He goes, "I'm okay. I'm okay." And Misty is trailing behind. And they look at her, almost like instinctively. They knew she would be there. And he looks at her, looks at Pidgeot, looks at Charizard, and he goes, he thinks for a long time, closes his eyes, and he says, I'm finally starting to get it. Finally understand. And Misty goes, "What, that I love you?" And he goes, "No. I already knew that." And we cut to a montage. I really debated putting this in the script. I really did, and I tell you what, because this Pokemon movie is not, right? In a sense, it's not a Pokemon movie. Well, it is, but it's more of him finishing his story the way it should have, like, finished, right? So, but we have a montage of Pokemon battles, and we cut to the final day. We cut to the final day, right? And the announcer is getting ready to announce the finalists, getting ready to announce his final battle. You know, this is going to be a one-on-one competition. We could see, like, Brock, we see Oak, we could see Ash's mother in the crowd, you know. Maybe we see other professors in the crowd, Sycamore. Sure, why not? They're all here, right? And we could see, the chairman holding up the trophy, saying the winner of this battle will get an invitation to join the Elite Four. And we could see a quiet moment. We see a quiet moment with Misty and Ash, and she goes, "Are you ready?" You know, and we could see not muted colors. We can see, a bright blue vest, a black shirt, kind of an homage, right, to what he wore a long time ago. No longer muted, they're bright, right? And he goes, I think I am. And Misty says, "Are you going to let me know what you were talking about when we were all outside, Pidgeot, Charizard, and me?" And he goes, "You'll see." And the announcer announces, of course, Gary Oak is there from Palette, and Misty says, "Go get him," and kisses him on the cheek. Aww. And the announcer brings out Ash Ketchum, and Ash walks up, and he doesn't have a Pokeball in his hand. He says he forgot all his Pokemon at home. That blockhead. But it's not a mistake, right? And Gary doesn't say anything. So it's a little, again, a snapshot in time, right? We started, right, the anime with both of them, and it's now coming full circle. But what is this movie all about? The courage to move ahead. Do you have the courage? Do you have the will to move ahead, not backwards. That's ultimately what this film is all about. And that's what Olympians struggle with all the time, even athletes. So, the judge goes, again repeats the rules, and goes, Gary, Oak, are you ready? He doesn't say anything. And all he says is, are you ready, Ash? And the judge goes, Ash Ketchum, are you ready? He doesn't have anything on him. He doesn't have any Pokemon. He doesn't have any Pokeballs. He looks at the trophy, and he closes his eyes one more time, and we see echoes of the past. But this time, it's almost like the echoes of the past. They're no longer haunting him. They're more like fading away. Almost like he's at peace of where he is now. And he says, wait. And everyone's stunned. Everybody is waiting on him. And he smiles. He looks back to Misty. Looks ahead. I quit. Everyone's stunned. The judge is stunned. The chairman is stunned. He's complaining, and Oak says, Gary Oak smiles and says, Ashy boy, you finally get it. I'm so very proud. I quit too. And, the judge is like, he's losing his mind. And he looks at the judge, goes, it's not about looking back. It's about moving ahead. And I am. And everyone's stunned. And he goes, and he before he goes, and you know what? I've already won. I never needed this. Never have. Never did. I thought I needed this. But I was wrong. It took. And he stops. It took so many people to make me realize this. And he goes back. And he takes Misty's hand. He says, here. They take their hand, his hand. And he brings her out. And Gary, Gary's going to say something. He's like, it's about damn time. And everybody's like, Gary, like, everybody in the crowd, Oak, Brock, everybody says, it's about damn time. And it's not so much them saying it is us saying it. Right? We're saying it's about damn time, dude. And he says to her, it took a while. It took grief. But I finally understand. Misty, I love you. And he gets down. And he goes, will you marry me? And Misty, she has tears coming down. And she goes, you blockhead, of course I will. And they kiss, and, Gary says something snarky. Brock is like, finally, dude, finally. every time, dude, every time. And, Ash's mother says, "Can you be happy for my son for once?" And, everybody's clapping. And I want to explain this. I want to explain this before we fade. Okay? In the original script, Missy, you can, Sparkles, you can chime on this too. Okay? Because she knows. Sparkles, in the original script, they fought, right? One-on-one in the original script, right? But under this film, as it sits now, he doesn't need to win, right? It's all about that looking ahead, right? He's already won, right? He's already moved forward. He doesn't need this win, right? He's finally understood what everyone already knew, right? He's a great trainer, right? So that's why he doesn't need to win. You want to chime in on this?
I agree.
It's in the original script, right? He did win. There was a big ceremony. But he doesn't need to win, right? Like,
No.
this whole journey was about him moving ahead and moving forward, right? So in that context, he doesn't need to win. He doesn't need to fight anymore. He knows what everybody else knows, right?
Yes.
So it makes sense. I think it's a better ending like this too, right? It's a better conclusion. We all want him to propose anyway, so just get to it, right? So we fade, right? We fade maybe 15, 20 years, right? And we see Pallet Town, a modern version of Pallet. No, not modern version. We see Pallet Town. We head to a house, and we see a Pidgeot flying by, and we see a Charizard just like sleeping on the roof. It's a little callback to when he was immature, what Charizard would do, just sleep. And we see a door creaking open, right? And we see a young girl. She is wearing what Ash used to wear. And she's like, turns back, like, "Dad, I'm leaving." And she goes out, and we hear a gruff voice, "Ashley?" And she says, "Aren't you forgetting something?" And she's like, "Oh, yes. Dad, do you have any advice for me?" And he bends down, says, "Ashley, you're going to have so many adventures. And I leave my trust and care in the future to you. Look ahead, never look backwards." And she begins to move off. And she goes, "Oh, yes. Come on, Pikachu, let's go." And we see a little Pikachu following behind her. Okay, and following behind her, and so they begin running. And she says, "Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. I'm gonna call and write when I can." And she moves off, and he says, "I hope she's gonna be okay." And a woman with long, beautiful red hair says, "Ash Ketchum. She has the stubbornness of not one person, but two people. She's going to be just fine." And we pan now in first person. And we see her running, laughing, Pikachu running and laughing. And they run, they hop. She's hopping, putting her fist to the sky as we close and as we fade and credits roll. And then we hear this.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, so you realize It's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all. Stars get still inside you when you feel so small.
Boom, and we hear True Colors. That's right. That just fits. It fits. Yeah, and that's the film, guys. That's the film. That's the entire movie. Questions, comments, concerns before we end things, Sparkles.
Perfect ending to a perfect script.
Yeah. You liked all the changes and everything?
I liked them better than the original, actually.
Yeah. See, like, it was always there, right? The tone was always there. I just, as somebody who's a script writer, I had to notice all the changes were slowly there, right? But yeah, and oh, that's right, post-credit scene. We have a post-credit scene, yo. Do you want to know? Oh, so we cut. Okay, we cut after that True Colors. So we cut to an open. Okay, we are inside of a kitchen. We have a half bowl of ramen on the table. We hear the slight hum of a fridge. And we go upstairs. Slowly we go upstairs. You know, it's in this place, it's filled with shadows. And it's a sense of dread, it's a sense of coldness, right? We let the sound carry loneliness and all this kind of stuff, right? And we don't hear any music. We just hear the hum of the fridge, and we go upstairs, slowly going upstairs, and we creep into a bedroom, and we see a young man sitting, covered in shadows, sitting at the edge of the bed. This person, we can see orange, some gloves, and a headband. And the screen goes black, and we see blood red wording, Naruto. And that's it. That's it. That's, yeah. But the preview to that will be tomorrow. The preview tomorrow will be this new script that will be premiering in August. And it's probably going to be a shorter preview than any other because I'm just going to talk about how the script was written. And that's it. So, guys, let me know what you thought of the movie as a whole down below in the comment section. And before we go, we have to do caveman growls.
We have one.
All right.
Lindsay Burke.
Lindsay Burke. From me to you, Lindsay, you got a great big bad caveman. So, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. This will be on YouTube shortly. And until we see each other again, take care, be safe, be well, and I love you all. 50,000 plus. And may the force be with you. Sparkles, take me home.